Hey, YouTube, what's up? Okay, Chris here. So I thought maybe I would start my channel with showing you kind of where I started my art journey. This isn't the very start. To give you a quick little background, I drew a lot when I was a kid and as a teenager, and then most of my 20s I didn't really draw at all. And I got back into it maybe around my very late 20s. It was about 2013. And so this was the first sketchbook that I went through and finished when I was, just getting back into drawing. So there's some miscellaneous things. So I don't really know when I started to draw on here, but it's through to May 2014. So and you'll see some dates in here as I start. You can see I carried this around with me a lot, so I got the duct tape binding and stuff. So yeah, let's take a look and see where I was at and where I started all those years ago. Okay, so this was, I don't even know how long ago this was. This was even before I started really getting back into drawing. I had this idea to draw like static bleeding. I don't know, it was a weird idea. I thought static looked cool, like a static television. Obviously I had no idea how to do it. I still don't even know how to actually pull that off. How do you draw static? I don't know. So I got about this far and gave up. Then over here, I remember drawing it was just a girl in a magazine, had this cool expression. I wanted to try to draw it, and I couldn't get the eyes right, so I tried to put like 3D glasses on her, and yeah, so anyway. And then these, I used to do weird things like I would draw on like post-it notes and stuff. This is a post-it note, and I would just take random stuff that I had in my desk. It was like whiteout and a Sharpie marker and highlighter. And I think I just kind of did scribbles and tried to see what I would come up with. Some weird DJ alien thing. I don't know. And over here I did an eyeball. I think I liked how that came out at once. I thought it was cool looking. So I taped it in here. And then, yeah, just like another abstract thing. It's like whiteout and Sharpie. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so this, it's like circles. I think I was trying to practice making circles. Here, this was actually a note I had from work or school or something, and then I drew around it. I thought it might look cool. And then here again with the static, I wanted to draw a girl with like static eyes. I thought that would be cool. And so I actually printed out a picture of a television static and like taped it underneath this. And then I drew the girl, and I don't know, there's some weird writing behind there. I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to be cool, I think. The hair is actually not that bad though. But all of these drawings are very few and far between. So here's when I'm starting to draw a little more. I'm practicing basic shapes, boxes. Not very successful. And here I had an idea for like a flower growing out of a city. I don't know, I had all these weird ideas. But again, these were going to be the buildings of the city, and I just couldn't get it right, and I just gave up. Bunny rabbit. It's not bad. More practicing shapes. So, trying to do a circle and then turn it into a bowl. and stuff. Yeah, and then here's more of that. Like circle, make it a baseball, make a circle into an apple, I guess. More circles, make a circle into a fist or an umbrella, and then boxes. I think I was going through, yeah, see here, I'm using cubes to make a TV, to make a book, a chair, glasses, or cylinders. I was going through that How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. I found, laying around. I've had it since I was a kid, and I was trying to copy some of that. I think these are some of the first pages in that book. It's a good book. This is my dog, Scooter. Okay, so this more, trying to use basic shapes and turn it into stuff. Here, this is a gun. It's all cylinders and boxes. It's a little crooked, but not awful. This was a stencil I made of Frankenstein. Maybe you can, I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to see, but I copied a picture of Frankenstein and I cut it out to make a stencil. I don't know what I was planning on doing with it, but it actually turned out pretty good. I don't have a copy of actually the painting. That's my dog Scooter again. I think I just had some random paint colors and I was just trying to do things. All random stuff, weird ideas. Here I'm trying to do a car out of basic shapes. Not very successful. Here's some cartoon faces. I had like a cartoon book. I decided I was copying cartoon faces. I don't know what I was trying to do here. A sheep. I don't know. And yeah, this, I don't know. No idea what's going on here. Weird eyeballs and a truck and a sheep. I don't know what I was thinking here. Here I was trying to draw a person with a TV head. I don't know. Kind of like Saga. There's those aliens in that comic book Saga. This is before I ever read that, but yeah, airplane made out of cylinders. Wasn't very good. Here I was trying to figure out like leaves, like a texture for leaves, but it's like a tree trunk and leaves. I couldn't get it. I had no idea what I was doing. Skull. It's pretty. Not bad. But, I definitely could have done worse. There's definitely worse drawings in here. Here's a tree. This isn't bad either, actually. I was trying to, I think I had an idea for a whole scene here, and I did the tree, and I was trying to shade it a little, which I didn't do a terrible job, but, I just gave up on it, I would do that a lot. I would just start things and give up on them, but that's kind of what sketchbooks are for, anyway. I don't know, circle shapes, and then here's a skull. I was trying to do sort of a, 3/4 3D skull. It's a little wonky, so I gave up on it. This is a still life of a hammer that I have actually, this is the hammer, right here. Look at that. Huh. So, I don't know. Not great, but not awful. The cylinders are, the ellipses are a little off. And then this is a character of mine for like a cartoon strip that I've never really did much with, but this was like one of the first attempts at trying to design a character that I had an idea for. Another still life. This is like a sugar jar that we have. And then here I have some notes, the Dada movement. Oh, I was taking an online art class, which really wasn't what I wanted to do at all. I really wanted like an illustration class, and it wasn't that at all. I don't think I ever finished it, but they were talking about the Dada movement. And this is Daredevil. I think I copied that from the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. Not a very good job, but same kind of stuff. How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. This vision's not bad. I don't know what happened here. This was a picture of my wife, actually. I had this picture of my wife from our wedding. I tried to copy, but it didn't turn out very well. These were supposed to be the flowers. I had no idea how to do that. Hand is terrible. The face doesn't look like her. So this is all where I was starting at. Here I'm trying to shade some shapes. And then again, I hadn't give up on my weird abstract ideas. I had like a blue highlighter, and then whiteout. Used whiteout a lot, I guess. I don't know. And then I had this idea to have like a silhouette of a woman, and it just didn't work out like I wanted it to. Yeah, just shapes, trying to shade different shapes. And then this, I don't know, tried to do like a funky border thing. Didn't work. More shapes. These are good cylinders. Iron Man. I just copied that, but I remember being pleased with how that came out. This is another cartoon character I was trying to do. So, yeah. Okay. So I was in a band at this time called Sepsis, and that's how I was trying to do weird logos here. This is kind of cool. And this is actually pretty good. It's I don't even know if you can see it, but it says Sepsis. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to split that. I got a lot to go. I'm almost 12 minutes in already. So I might have to split this into a couple parts, but here, this is kind of cool, the circles, actually. I was just trying different things. I was watching that, I discovered that YouTube channel, Peter Draws, who does these weird, I don't know, he does a lot of really weird shapes and abstract ink drawings, and then they're really, really good. Just check out Peter Draws on YouTube, and I think he's on Instagram too. So I was trying to do something along those lines, and I wasn't very successful. This is stuff I copied. I don't remember from where, but I remember being pretty happy with some weird machine thing, and then anime girl, and some eyes, a thing. It's a Wonder Woman body. I remember being pretty happy with like this whole page. But again, I'm just straight up copying things. It's not, anything I did on my own. Basics, perspective, proportion, form. Everything is spheres, cubes, and cylinders. Try to draw a woman using shapes, like you can see. I've got like a sort of a cube for the shoulders here. Not a bad idea. I wasn't very successful, but I kind of had the right idea, And then this is supposed to be my son. I don't know if it really looks like him, actually. Let me see. So he's a lot older now, so it's hard to tell, but this is, that's him. And that was my drawing. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't immediately recognize this as my kid. It just looks like a generic baby, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing here. Trying to do a figure pose and a face I gave up on. Yeah, I was just finding pictures online and of people and drawing people. I remember being happy with this expression, you know. I thought I got a cool expression there, and practicing some hands. So, yeah, more hands, and then I guess a woman. It's probably a picture I found. Face that's not great. More figures. I couldn't get the face right here, the head right, so I just kind of scribbled it, erased it out. Yeah, so I haven't really been looking. I haven't seen many dates yet. This has got to be all 2013. But yeah, this I know is from How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. And then, again, drawing cars using basic shapes. And so that came out pretty good. I didn't finish it. This is Doug Benson. That's Joe Rogan. I remember that. Not very successful once again. All right, you know what? I'm 17 minutes in. I'm going to leave it there. But you can see I really wasn't anything impressive with my artwork. I kind of really had no idea what I was doing. I was just trying things out and experimenting and doing a lot of repetition. So I'll pick it up again next time and from here, and then I'll show you a little more of my journey from where I started. All right, cool. Thanks for tuning in.